Warning: due to the nature of Tourette syndrome, profanity is used at times and sometimes we get into long tick arguments. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, welcome to Tourette's Talks. We are your hosts, Noah, that's me, Victor.
Hello.
Catherine.
Hey.
Shanae.
Circles.
Savannah.
Hey.
Brian.
Hey, how's it going?
And Tyler.
Hi. Why am I last?
Because you're last, sorry. Today we're going to talk to you about something that we all share in common, Tourette syndrome. So Catherine, what is Tourette's?
So it's a neurological disorder where the person has both motor and vocal tics. That's the important part. You have to have both, and you have to have both for at least a year. Motor tics are sudden, spontaneous, and uncontrollable movements, like face twitches or arm movements, shoulder shrugs. Vocal tics are sounds. So stuff that you can do with the mouth and the nose. It can be sniffing, it can be like a squeak, or it can even be full phrases. Like Shanae, she said one of hers earlier is circles.
Yep. We're going to get into that a little bit later.
Circle.
No, squares. So, with us having Tourette's, I'd like to put another disclaimer out here. I know I put one in the beginning of the video. We do get into some long tick arguments here. We will tick for a long period of time. They will be left in here for the awareness. So, at some points, we will get into some large tick times, and we will not be having audio besides that for a while. So, just be prepared for that.
Noah and I will argue.
We'd also like to say, I'd like to say, that with Tourette syndrome comes things called comorbidities. They are things that come alongside Tourette's.
Wow.
I believe 80% of all Tourette's victims have this, about 80%.
Yep.
I myself have the following. I have ADHD, ADD, GAD, which stands for General Anxiety Disorder, SA, which stands for Social Anxiety, Anger Management Problems, and Depression. Those are my comorbidities. I know that Victor has some as well. So, Victor, do you want to say your comorbidities?
Sure, I have OCD and ADHD.
Does anybody else have any comorbidities?
I do.
I don't.
Yeah. Here, Brian, you say yours first.
Hi, I'm Brian. I have Tourette syndrome.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Nice to meet you guys. Yeah, I have MDD, which stands for Major Depressive Disorder, along with ADD, OCD, and actually that's really about it. All that really comes to mind right now.
Wow.
But mostly when people think of Tourette's, they don't know about the comorbidities.
Yeah,
Did
a
I
lot
say
of
that?
people don't know about it.
Comorbidities.
Wow.
I can't say that correctly.
Comorbidities.
But we know.
I thought it was comorbidities.
Is it comorbidities?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I'm saying it wrong. My bad, guys.
PSA, comorbidity, the hardest
Regardless,
to
most
say
people
in the English language.
Most people see our tics, and we have a really diverse group of young lads here, and we all have very, very different and distinct kinds of tics.
Wow,
And,
really?
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
Anybody have any good examples of what like a tic looks like, or what you usually do in a day?
I have perfect
We can't really
examples.
show you the tips, but we can describe
Oh yeah, we can discuss them.
Oh
I
sure,
have a
yeah.
perfect
How about you
example.
describe them?
I have a perfect example for you guys. So, me and Shanae get into these things called tick arguments over the stupidest things that you would ever think of. One of them being...
circles and squares
Wow,
stupid?
circles.
Yeah.
You just won't get
Circles?
into your thick skull, but circles are better.
Hashtag team circles.
Be quiet. We get into these
Dab on
arguments
that, Shanae.
about... We get into these arguments about circles and squares. About she will go circles, and then I will say something about squares, and they last for a pretty long time. Our longest record is a minute so far.
That's not that impressive.
Another one of our arguments are saying no and yes to each other. That's another one. Some of my tics that are just my tics are involving a YouTuber called T. Martin. I don't know how I got them. I don't even watch him. If he's watching this, I'd like to say, fuck you for giving me these.
Wow. You're so
You would have
polite.
thought like, oh, hey, T. Martin, big fan here.
Yeah, big fan
Courteous.
here.
I
Fuck
Courteous,
you.
though.
CSGO Lotto
Courteous.
site. Wait a minute, what?
Wow, is
Continue.
Noah like stealing my crown of sass?
I'm not stealing the sass. I'm just giving my own sass. So, Another one of my tics are some of my motor tics are that I slap myself, I punch myself, I flack my neck. So like if you like flick your neck, I do that a lot, and that one hurts kind of.
Yeah,
That's like one of the most common ones.
Yeah, it is.
that one's my main one too.
Yeah, I puff my chest out. Another one of my vocal tics involves like noises, and one of them sounds like a dying donkey. I go yeah, like that. So that's another one of mine. What are some of your guys' tics?
I like
Breaking a
spinning
violin.
and clapping and rolling my shoulders, so I'm just like in constant pain always.
Yeah, that was the very first like tick that I had, and I still have it. Is the rolling the shoulders, yeah, like that. And
It's so painful.
oh my gosh, it is. It makes you so sore, and the neck thing.
And if
that
you're
Noah
wearing a
mentioned.
backpack,
All
I
right,
feel
Victor.
that.
What are some of your tics, Victor?
wow.
Well, some of my, I have that very obvious vocal tics. It's just like a very sharp hum, like a humming.
Humming.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Most of my tics involve blinking and moving my cheeks, and but also it well having OCD and Tourette's, you kind of have to mix. I kind of mix them up. Like I have to think of, let's say I have to think of a certain shape, and then I have to do my tick right after I think about that correctly, and that is my tick and ritual.
Squares are better than those.
So that's what it's like. I would like it's to have OCD and Tourette's syndrome at the
Tyler, what about you?
same
What are some of your
time.
tics?
Adding into the conversation kind of ticks, like I don't know. Maybe it's already happened in the podcast.
Paradox.
Polka dots.
Polka dots?
Polka is
Wow.
bad for your life.
It's true.
Like I'd hit myself like on my chest, and
Biscuit.
all kinds of crazy stuff all day.
What about you, Brian?
Can I add in a fun fact?
Yes, you can.
If you have tics where you hurt yourself, they're called SIBs, which stands for self-injurious behavior.
Well, I have that.
Weird.
Exciting.
Or is it self-inflicted or self? I don't know.
Injurious.
Self-injurious behavior.
Self-injurious.
Yeah, I recently acquired one where I'll do a vocal tick, then I'll hit myself in the forehead with like the palm of my hand.
Yep.
Hopefully it doesn't evolve into you using your palm to try to break your nose.
Oh god.
No,
Does
it's
that
a little
not help?
higher.
Put your hand all the way through to your brain.
Yeah. If I don't have a brain, I can't have a neurological disorder.
Good
I
thing.
have Tourette syndrome.
Brian, what are
It
some
can
of your
no
tics,
longer
man?
produce some dopamine.
Don't be
Dopamine
dying.
is pretty dope.
That's pretty dope. So going to Brian here. Brian, what are some of your tics?
Well, one thing that's been constant since I was about 6 has been head jerking, shoulder rolling, eye rolling, grinding of teeth. And not until I hit my teenage years, I started getting full body tics, and they're all internal. So all the muscles in my body would just cramp up, and I would just be dead stopped, or I'll be brought to the ground and fall over. I also have a lot of blinky tics, which makes it really hard to walk. I'm not sure. I know the others have experienced this. When you have a blinking tic, you blink rapidly, and you start losing your balance, and
you see
you're not really sure where
flashes
you're
of
going.
red, and then you have no idea where the hell you are, and it's frustrating.
It makes driving fun.
Oh yeah.
Don't drive when you have blinking tics.
Yeah.
YOLO.
The other prominent tics I have would be
Driving is fucking illegal in Mexico.
some vocal tics. I have cochlearia, palilalia.
What's palilalia?
Palilalia is where you repeat your own words.
Okay. And then echolalia is repeating other people's words. I have that one.
I have that as well.
Yeah.
I have that one.
Basically, with movements, it's the same thing, except you use praxia. It's like echopraxia is mimicking people's movements.
Yeah. I also shake violently too. Adding on to the comorbidities thing.
Wow, damn.
Tourette's,
I used to cold.
Tourette's cause a lot of pain for most people. It does hurt. And it can cause injuries.
We're gonna get into that a bit
An example-
later about how it causes pain and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So moving swiftly on here, Shanae. So what are some misconceptions about Tourette's that you can think of?
There are lots of misconceptions, like coprolalia is the main one.
Yep.
Tourette's is not just swearing, so fuck you.
If you didn't know, okay, that's a little
That
much.
was not a tick.
If you didn't know, only 10% of people with Tourette's actually suffer from coprolalia, which is the symptom that makes you swear and make obscene gestures and/or movements. 10% suffer from that. Most of us in here do suffer from coprolalia, so I would like to point that out. If you do hear random swearing, it is from that. I have coprolalia, but on a very minor level.
So 10% of like normal people and 80% of our Let's Talk Tourette's community.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Noah.
Shut up, Shanae. So
No.
a lot of people in here have it. The main ones who have coprolalia, I think, are Brian and Shanae. They have pretty bad coprolalia.
and me.
Oh, yeah, and
me.
Tyler. Tyler also has it pretty bad. Mine is minor, like I said. I don't think Kath has it too bad, and neither does Victor.
Wow, coprolalia.
I would also like to mention that not everybody with Tourette's has the same level of severity, and nobody has all the same tics. So one person may only blink their eyes and make small humming noises, such as Victor most of the time. Other people might have more severe things like me, where I slap myself and I scream. It really just depends on the person, and nobody has all the exact same tics as another person does. It just doesn't happen. So that is something I would like to address. Another misconception about Tourette's is that it's all fun and games. Going back to what Brian said earlier about hurting, it does hurt emotionally and physically. It can wear down your self-esteem severely in big places. You get recorded sometimes by people who think it's funny, and it really isn't funny because you can.
That's
slap-
why.
Not funny.
That's why I get pepper spray. I mean,
Yeah.
as you know.
Mace.
But really,
Mace to the
I'd get in
face.
trouble
Mace to
if
the
I did
face.
that.
it really does.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
It really does hurt sometimes when you're having tic attacks, which is like you spaz around on the ground. When you're having a paralysis tic and you're laying a certain way, that can really suck.
Yeah, if you lay in a wrong
Bullshit
position for
moving.
15 minutes, yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah,
You
paralysis
start
tics.
to itch.
Just to explain what it is, it's pretty obvious, but I'm just going to say it anyway. A paralysis tic is when your whole body shuts down, or most of your body shuts down, and you can't move.
Not to be confused with the bug of the same name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing, if I didn't say it already, I don't know if I did or not, a tic attack is for most people when you have not a seizure, but it looks like a seizure. You're still fully aware and awake. That's the only really big difference I can think of. And you're not foaming out of the mouth. You don't need to be rolled over. It's better just to let somebody go and move objects.
It doesn't always look like a seizure.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
one time in the middle of a tic attack, I did sit-ups. That was fun.
Yeah. So
Sometimes it's just like you can't stop
You
saying
can't
one of your
stop.
tics.
yeah,
It's just non-stop.
it's just a non-stop swelling of ticks.
I got that Hamilton reference.
Yep.
So
So,
No,
do any, of
stop
you guys,
singing, no.
do any of you guys have like funny stories about Tourette's? Because it can be funny if you're in the right company.
I have some
It's
funny
like-
stories. Yeah. One of the funniest that I can think of is that I was in a supermarket one day, and I remember I was looking at pickles because who the hell doesn't like pickles? Am I right? I love pickles. So I'm looking at the pickles, and I go to grab it, and I'm like, I'm gonna get this jar of pickles right now. And then my brain's like, no, fuck you. And then I slapped it on the ground and it exploded. So that was pretty fun. Another big funny one was that I was out in public one day, and it was at school, and I just remember being in geometry class talking with my friends.
Geometry.
Geometry,
Wow, circles.
squares, and I remember talking to my friends, and half the class was singing for no good reason, and I'm just thinking in my head, why are they singing? This isn't Glee. And then I'm like, I should tick that. So then I ticked that, and I went, shut up, it's not Glee. And everybody just shut up, and it was the funniest thing ever, and everybody was just staring at me. It was awkward, but I learned to laugh about it. I think it's a pretty funny story. So what about you guys? What are your some funny stories?
I'm gonna kill you now, Spy.
One time when I was at a Tourette's conference, there was this lady and she was talking about brain surgery, and I ticked lobotomy, and then she replied, "It's not lobotomy."
I think it's funny how you can like pick up tics from other people. Because most of my like main vocal tics I've actually picked up from these people right here. Shanae gave me one where you say "wow."
Wow, really?
Wow. Yeah.
No.
That's like my main vocal tic now.
Yeah.
Don't steal my tics. How dare you?
That's another
Hey,
thing about
I thought you
Tourette's.
gave it to me.
Thief.
That's another thing about Tourette's, that you can actually pick up tics from other Tourette sufferers.
Or get tics that like kind of compliment.
Your mom's
Yeah.
a thief.
I remember one day, the only reason that I have this stupid square tick is because first Shanae gave me the circle tick, and then that evolved into the square
You're a
tick.
circle.
And
I'm not even the origin of the circle tick.
Yeah.
The circle tick is a plague.
It is a big plague. And I would like
Circle,
to say,
that's for you.
I would like to say that you can pick up ticks from anything really. The only prime example, I don't like T Martin. Okay, no offense to you if you like T Martin, I'm just not a fan. And one day I'm like, I'm gonna give him a try. You know, he seems like a cool dude. So I click on a video and he does a stupid intro. What's up, guys? T Martin here. And then I had the Echo Proxy or whatever it's called.
Echolalia.
Echolalia, sorry.
Echo-
And then I went, what's going on, guys? T Martin here. So then that tick stuck. And then I have this stupid tick where I was watching the Red Robin commercial and I ticked T Martin at the same time. So then I went, T Martin yum. And now it's one of my main ticks.
What is Red Robin?
Red Robin is like a food place.
Yeah, restaurant.
So, I would also like to address something very serious, right now, because it is something that needs to be said. A lot of people with Tourette's and the comorbidities that come with it are bullied, and I would just like to say that bullying is really, really not okay, and I think everybody knows that, except bullies. But I've been bullied very harshly at my school for my Tourette's and my ADHD, and it does get bad. And I would like to say that if you bully people based on Tourette's just because you think it's funny, you really need to stop. I think you should stop because it's not funny and it's not pleasant to have. And if you're getting bullied because of any disorder, or if you're just getting bullied in general, please seek help and advice from a teacher or a parent or fellow peer. So I would like to say that first off, and I would also like to say, have any of you guys ever had any bullying stories you'd like to discuss?
Yes.
Yes.
I've always had blinking tics. So this was in Spanish because I used to live in Chile.
Spanish.
They would call me a picture taker.
Hola.
In Spanish, that's a saca foto.
Oh.
And that stuck. That stuck in elementary school, guys. That was not fun. But then in high school, it changed to Twitch because they would twitch.
Wow,
And
Twitch
no,
is
I did
like
not
the
feel
most
nice when people-
unoriginal one in the book.
Mhm.
Yep.
If you're
There you
gonna
go.
be mean, at least be creative about
Yeah,
it.
honestly.
Actually, don't be either.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Don't be
If
mean
you're gonna
or
be mean,
creative.
please be creative. At
In
least.
high school, even in year 12, I got teased by year 7 people. I got teased by 12-year-olds.
Oh my god.
That was a bit of a low point in my life. But yeah, they would come up to me and clap right up in my face, trying to make me clap. It's like personal space, yo. And on the bus, I'd get stuff thrown at me. One time, I got hit in the head with a Bible. A small Bible, but they have sharp corners.
Yeah, apparently people with Tourette's are demons. I read that somewhere.
Oh yeah.
No, I think they just wanted to throw a Bible at me. I don't think it was like a possession thing.
That's pretty messed up. Some of the things that happened to me involving bullying, people would whisper things into my ear and get me to scream it out in class.
Wow, really?
I had this one tick. I'm not going to say what it was, because I don't want it to start up again if someone from my school is watching this. It was a trigger word, and whenever they would say it, I would scream it. So people would do that to me in the hallways a lot and in class.
Yeah.
I got called
That was
freak.
me with bubble.
Yeah.
People would do it with bubble.
I got called
Bubble,
freak a
bubble.
lot as well. So those are some, but I want to end this on a positive note. So I would like to say
Positive.
another funny story. I just want to say one more funny story to end this on a positive note. One day I was sitting at home playing PlayStation like you do, and I was playing Battlefield 1. And I remember I was playing as the Germans, and I do speak a little bit of German from the 2 years I've taken it. So I'm messing around, speaking some German, and then I ticked hello in German on the chat, and then this one dude started speaking fluent German to me,
Oh no.
and I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying, but I kept ticking hello, and he just kept like talking and talking, and I'm like, I don't understand, I don't know what to do here, so I just left. I left, and I didn't know what to do afterward.
I have a question.
What is
In
your
the
question?
2 years that you studied German, you never learned how to say, sorry, I don't know much German.
Bitte,
I know how to say it.
bitte,
Je ne pas spreche die Deutsch.
Bitte, ich spreche nicht Deutsch. I think. I know that
I
now.
apologize to all the Germans out there.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry. But
Scheiße.
Anyway, thank you. Oh my fucking god.
Deutsch, Scheiße.
Deutschland is
Thank
good.
you guys for listening.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our
Join us
first
next
episode.
time.
Thank
you.
you so much for tuning in to
Thank
our
you.
first episode of Tourette Talks. If you liked what you saw, be sure to smash that like button and hit the subscribe
Destroy
button.
it.
Destroy it. Can we break
50
10
million,
likes?
zillion,
Can we
billion,
break
trillion
10 likes
likes
on this video? Make sure you subscribe if you like podcasts. It really does help us out. Comment if you want to see anything that you would like us to talk about in specifics. I would like to mention that not all podcasts are going to be about Tourette's, just some of them. So thank you
We're
so much.
going to diversify.
Yes, we are. Thank you so much. And there's also other members. It's not just us. We were just the ones present at the time of this recording. So thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you in the next podcast. Have a good day and or night.